Okay guys, and welcome to another video on my second channel. And on the second channel, I just felt like expressing my feelings since I know a lot, and I mean a lot of people didn't do this. Only a small amount of people, so yay me. Anyway, I'm going to be ranking every season of Beyblade Burst. Now, just to tell you, I am not... Three things. I'll tell you three things before we start. So, I am not be counting DB, or Diamond Battle, because one, it's not complete, and two, it's not localized yet. So I am not going to be counting Season 6, aka Diamond Battle. So, and the second thing, please don't get mad over my opinions. And, you're allowed to express your own opinions in the comments if YouTube allows it. But please don't, say my opinions are trash just because you guys watched the show but enjoyed it more than I did, or liked it least than I did. So, yeah, so we're going to be ranking the first season, second, third, fourth, fifth. I know the fifth season is not complete in English, but it's still complete, so I am going to be adding it. So, let's get into it. Alright, so coming in fifth place, we have Beyblade Burst Rise/GT. And the reason why this one's so low is just because my favorite thing about these seasons were the old characters, like Vault, Shu, Free, Louie. Like, any character from after Season 2 that was been added in, I really found it hard to like them. And this cast of characters is very hard to like, in my opinion. The only few characters that I did like in this cast of characters were Delta and kind of Gwen, but that's pretty much it. There's not really much to say. It was very bland, to be honest, and every character they did bring back, they didn't really battle much. For example, they brought back Vault, they brought back Iger, they brought back, all sorts of characters, but they haven't battled much. All they did were, not really do anything. I mean, they were in the story, but, they didn't use their Bay much. What's the point of giving them a new Bay if they're not going to use it much? And I know a lot of people, this season is really low just because of the fact of the main character, and a lot of people hate Iger. I know that. But in my opinion, Dante is a worse main character. I just really don't like him. And H-Dragon is fine. But, the season is just very bland, in my opinion, and that's why it's coming in fifth place. Now, moving on to fourth place. Now, coming in fourth place, we have Beyblade Burst Turbo, aka Beyblade Burst Cho Z. Now, this season, this is where the season started to get good, and I know there was only one season I've really, just hated on, but that's just because I really don't like Rise. But Turbo is now starting to get middle of the road, just because of the fact, unpopular opinion, I love Iger's dark storyline and how he learned that blading is meant for fun and not just winning. I loved his whole storyline. Ranjiro was the comedic relief. He's like the Rantaro in the season, and they actually, my favorite thing they did with the season with an old character is Vault. Vault was amazing this season. He's not overrated, but, I just didn't really, he was fine, but, he wasn't that good in season 1 to 2, in my opinion. But now he's the world champion, and he's grown up, he's trying to defend that title ship. Spoiler alert, Iger did get it in the end, but at least he tried to defend it. He beat Hyde. He showed Iger the true meaning of Beyblade, and, there were characters in the season that I absolutely loved, like Fubuki. I loved Shu. I loved Fi. I love so many characters in this season. Free. And, yeah, this season was very good. All that aside, there were a few things I really didn't like, though. The fact that they underused Louie. They used him in, the first portion of the show, but they didn't really use him otherwise. Come on, man. You could have used him more. He could have been, a main plot character. I can tell you that. And another character that's been underused, my opinion, was Hei Jin Ho. He was used for the first half of the season as well, all the way until the end of the Battleship Cruise. After that, he was only seen like once or twice in like a montage or something like that. He was really like shafted. Like they shafted a lot of characters just to improve Iger's character in this season. Like that's the one thing I didn't really like. But apart from that, the season was very good. So I'm putting it above average. So moving on to number 3. Alright, in my opinion, this is where the seasons start to get really, really good. Anyway, so next up on the list in 3rd place, coming in and getting the bronze medal, we have Beyblade Burst Sparking, aka Surge. It's supposed to be the other way around, but whatever. Anyway, so this season is, in my opinion, basically the all-star season because they brought back all the fan favorites for a season, and I would say the final season, but like it's like not the final season. Anyway, so and let's start off with the main characters. Main characters being the main point, because this season there were actually 2 main characters. There were both brothers, Hikaru and Hyuga. And although this season is not completely dubbed, and I don't watch the Japanese version, sometimes I watch the sub, but apart from that, I only watch the dub. But yeah, Hikaru and Hyuga so far are very cool characters, and they're just like, I don't know how to explain it. They're like a mix of Vault and Iger, in my opinion. Hikaru reminds me of Vault, and Hyuga reminds me of Iger. That's just my opinion, but they just really remind me of both of them. And their base, like, I like how, like, Hyperion is, like, the right side of Helios's left. It's cool. It's like 2 sides of a sun or something like that. And the other thing I absolutely love, they brought back all my favorite characters, basically. So they brought back Silas, they brought back Free, Shu, Louis, Rantaro, Iger, Vault, Dante's okay, you name it. So they brought back so many good characters, and the villain this season was outstanding. Lane, he was cool. There's really, that I really said everything. I mean, like, it's the All-Star season. It's like, in my opinion, it's the All-Star season and one of the best seasons. So Vault was also not underused. Louis wasn't underused. Like, a lot of characters were used at the appropriate amount, even though they're not main characters. So the fact that they make sure to use every character after Rise, because Rise, they really, like, shafted a few characters, and after Turbo as well. But now they use, like, every character since they're all in a tournament. So, like, they all have to battle and stuff, so. Yeah, so that's why this season is getting 3rd place. Now we're in our top 2. You guys probably know which is in these top 2. But time. And these 2 are really hard for me to pick who's first and who's second. But I think I made my decision. Time to meet who's in 2nd place. Alright, in 2nd place, a bunch of you guys are probably going to disagree. But we have where it all started. Beyblade Burst. Just Beyblade Burst. This season was phenomenal, outstanding, any word you want to use, amazing. And, like, one of the biggest characters that everybody loves is, of course, Shu. Shu is, like, the fan favorite. Louis is also a fan favorite. Vault is a fan favorite. And, fun fact, Vault is the only character in Beyblade Burst to be in every single season. Fun fact. Anyway, back to the season. Alright, so what I like most about the season is the district tournament and the whole principle about the tournaments of there's no world champion. It's all in Japan, in his hometown. There's nothing worldwide. It's just, it's his hometown. You know, like Vault, he starts off so weak. It's his beginning of his journey. He didn't really know how to Beyblade. He had to learn the fundamentals. Like, come on, dude. And then, like, how we just follow Vault in his journey of becoming the greatest blader in the world. Spoiler alert again, even though at the end he just fails and loses to Louis, at least you know that he's a guy with a heart and he let him win because Louis, spoiler alert, Louis asked him to challenge him again, but Vault was just like, nah, dude, you're amazing, but that doesn't stop me from taking you down eventually. And what's sad is that Vault didn't really even take down Louis. Sad. So, but this season is just phenomenal. I love the Bay Club. Like, the Bay Club is one of the best parts about this, in my opinion. That, like, before any tournament match, Vault would go practice with Wakia, Daigo, Rantaro, Shu, you name it. And he would eventually either win or lose his match. And I love the team battle concept of this season as well. Not tag team like last season that I spoke about sparking, where it's tag battles. I like team battles. The tag battles were fine, but like that's the only thing I find fine about sparking. But for Burst, I love the team battles. I love how every character just acted and how we were with Vault in the beginning of his journey. He was born into the world of Beyblade, and we were following him in his footsteps until he achieved greatness. But in my opinion, there's one more season that can top this. Here we go with number 1. Alright, and if you are paying attention to all the seasons I've named, you know this was coming up. Anyway, coming into first place, we have Beyblade Burst Evolution / Beyblade Burst God. So, this season is my all-time favorite Beyblade Burst season. Just because, there's a lot of factors I love. I love the World League. I love the International Bladers Cup, the whole concept of wins and losses determine if you move on or not. I love the villain, Red Eye / Shu, his own storyline of, wanting to become stronger and eventually be Louis. Spoiler alert, he eventually does, and also breaks Nightmare Lunar. That was just such an awesome battle, and Free was such an amazing character this season as well. He had so much development, and the fact that he just transfers to Raging Bulls because BC Soul was starting to just rely on him for winning. So he just transfers to the Raging Bulls and comes back once they actually trained and, can hold their own, become independent. And a few characters were underused this season. I feel like Daigo was a little underused. But apart from that was, the only flaw about this season. Everything else, I love the Beyblade gimmicks. Every Beyblade has a gimmick. For example, Kinetic Satum has the roller wheels. Berserk Roctivore has the wings. Genesis Valtryek has the spring blades. Drain Fafnir has the rubber. You get the gist. This season was just outstanding. Also, the characters, they kept basically all the old characters, but they added a few new ones to just keep it fresh. And that was one of my favorite things. I like Kuza. I like Vault. Vault was an old character. Anyway, I like Kuza. I like Kuza. But I also actually like the Renwu, and I liked a few other characters too. But mostly I like the old ones in this season. So, yeah, Vault and Shu was my favorite thing. And also one of the most, if not the most, iconic battle in the whole series, Vault vs. Shu, aka Red Eye. So, this is my ranking for all the Beyblade Burst seasons. Just a recap. 5th place, Beyblade Burst Rise. 4th place, Beyblade Burst Turbo. 3rd place, Beyblade Burst Surge. 2nd place, Beyblade Burst. And 1st place, Beyblade Burst Evolution. Like I said in the beginning of this video, don't hate my opinions, it's just my opinions. And if you guys have any opinions, type them in the comments below. What is your favorite and least favorite season? Alright, apart from that, I'm gonna go. And peace out, guys. I hope you guys like my list. Bye-bye.